Not been the best season for Barcelona or Real Madrid as Atletico reign supreme at the moment. But what did I pick back at the start of the season? We'll take a little look at it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we'll take a look back at my early door picks out in La Liga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe and get your bang up today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, La Liga related, whoa, football related. We're going to go here on the Walruski. That's right, of course. Yes, folks, we're going to go all the way back to, I think, August or something like that, when I made my early door picks for the season out in La Liga. And we'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. Big round of applause for you tremendous men and women support the channel behind the scenes. I do appreciate it, guys. I really do. Thanks for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. Anyone else that wants to join the band of men and women, check out the link down below, patreon.com. It's also in the description, so you just go over there, click it, hop on over and pledge your support behind the band of brothers right here. That is Blackburn Overseas. But anyway, we're hopping over to the channel. Of course, take a little look at the channel, of course, right here, right now. And of course, you could just go over here and press that button and it'll drag you over to Patreon, or it will fly you over to Patreon, of course. But anyway, what we're looking about, and of course, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bang the subscribe. We're going to go down here to this beast right here, the La Liga picks that I made back 5 months ago. Goodness gracious me, it's flown by. We're going to pause it right there. I'm going to drop back a little bit and double speed. We're going to play the video double speed and revisit my picks, what I made, and see how close to the money I got. Look at him, look at him. He looks so clean cut and skinny. Since then, you've had a lot of Christmas meals. So what we're going to do, hopefully, if I can get on it quick time, is get these bad boys up here, and these will be my picks. Oh, this is the table as it stands, I think. That's right. Have a look at the picks at the background, which will be my ones I made back in August. And at the end of this video, I'll repick where everybody will end up. It'll be quick time. It's not going to be something that will take 20 minutes. So here we go. There we go, boys and girls. Now behind me will be the original video that we did back in August, of course, with my picks that I thought where they'd end up in the season. And on this graphic right here alongside me is of course where they are in the table right here, right now. So we'll see where they are and see just how close to the money I got. So hopefully we'll kick it off right smack dab in the middle. And I did call Granada to be 10th. They currently find themselves in 8th, which is pretty good, close to the money, just 2 positions better off. But I'm anticipating a bit of a drop in form for Granada. They're a decent side. I think they were in European competition at the start of the season, and I think that might be. I don't know if they're still in there. I have to revisit those this week, the Europa League, to see who's still there to refresh my memory. But of course, Granada, doing better than 10th, and I anticipate them to be still in around about this position at the end of the season. I think, to be honest with you, 2 points off or 2 positions off is not bad. Next up, of course, we have Betis in 11th. They currently find themselves in 7th, punching above their weight as well, I feel. Of course, they've got some quality in there with Nabil Fekir, of course, one of the standout players for Betis. Joaquim as well, still providing some quality football at a ripe old age as well. So good to see him still knocking on the door. Once formerly most expensive man in the world back in the day. So they're into 7th. I can't see them hanging on, but I will be very, very happy if they prove me wrong and finish up into that higher echelons, into the 7th, or maybe even push into 6th, because back in the day, in my early years, that was where they were. Valladolid into 12th. They're actually into 16th at the moment. They need a bit of a reboot right now, and I don't anticipate much change, if anything. Maybe a couple positions better off, maybe up to 14th. They could push up there, but ultimately they're not having the best of seasons. So yeah, I anticipate more woe than anything. But that's so low. We'll see in the points tallies how close it is at the moment. Next, of course, we have Celta Vigo into 30th was my pick, and again they're doing okay into 25th. 25 points at the moment into the top 10, and they'll be content with that. They'll be happy with that. But I do anticipate, like the likes of Granada, maybe to trail off the likes of maybe Valencia, who have had a nightmare season, losing all their key assets in the summer to change thing up a little bit. So yeah, I do anticipate them to climb potentially. Levante into 14th was my pick. They're up to 9th. Wow, what a season they're having. And they're doing very, very well as well. And a win away from going in the top 8. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're surprising the best of us. And of course, proving to be stubborn opposition. But it is tight. It is tight. Look at the points difference between 8th and 10th. Just 4 points at the moment. And of course, between 10th and 16th, there's 5 points there. So it could all change. It is a very crucial part of the season, the turning point where teams get their act together and they, of course, fall apart. Huesca, though, what was I thinking? Into 15th. They're, of course, rooted to the table, and I think they're nailed on to go down. I don't see a great escape for Huesca this time. I think they're going to be, of course, going down without a fight. Bit of a whimper, I'm honest with you. But it's the positions above them that I think are going to be a little bit closer to the money, and we may even see a juggernaut, or at least a team you would not expect to go down later on in the season. So 15th place at the moment, Huesca. They are actually in 20th. What was I thinking? I can't see anything but relegation for them. They might climb up and get a point or two and move up to 19th or 18th, but I think they're going down. My bold pick for 15th looks absolutely clueless at the moment. Into 16th, Cadiz did do very, very well. The season's coming into 13th. I think they're happy with that. But again, I do expect them to trail off, get more closer to those 16th spot. And I think ultimately they will survive at the end of it. I think maybe 15th is probably a better position for them, or a realistic final position. And no questions asked. They will be taking that all day long to come back into the top 5 asking and stick around as well is what they're after. Alaves into 17th. They're also pretty doomed at the moment. Of course, it wasn't too long ago when they were pushing for Europa League spots, and right now they are not in that discussion, so they're down there fighting for their lives. Ibar also joining them at the moment into 18th. Where are they in the current final? They're actually in 15th at the moment, so yeah, it's on point as well. They could end up seeing themselves get sucked into that. And again, look at the points difference between Alaves into 18th and Ibar into 15th. It's only 1 point, so it could all change dramatically in the next 2 or 3 weeks. You just could all change in a drop of a hat. So into 19th, who do we have there? We'll have a look at it in a minute, but it's all shaping up now. Of course, into 19th, maybe the likes of Osasuna still to be revealed wherever they are in the world. Where did I pick them up? There they are, of course, right on cue. 19th place, Osasuna currently finds themselves in 17th, and again level on points with 18th, just 1 point adrift from 20th. So they could climb up, but they could also even drop down. So to be honest with you, I think that's a good pick for me. But who is in the bottom spot? It's probably the team that I have in 19th. It's probably somebody like Ibar, or not Ibar. Who's the other one? Who's the other one that's probably going to be sucked down in there? We'll see in a minute. Hopefully, I've got that one close to the money. Who is it? Show me what I'm talking about. Who's in the 20th? It's not Huesca. We've seen them already. Elche, yeah, I think I'm all right on that. Yes, of course, I'm not too far off of that. And as you can see, it's just a win away from Huesca, going from 20th to 17th. They're in 15th of my eyes. It's not a bad shout at the moment, and again, it could change. But ultimately, I just think Huesca have got the less quality. So into the top half of the table we go. Looks pretty good. I've got top 6 still there, yet to be revealed. In 9th is Athletic Bilbao. They actually find themselves in 11th. Again, they are just 2 points adrift of 9th, so you know what? That's not bad. It's not bad. I think I'm doing all right here. I think I can give myself a pat on the back for that one. So 9th place in my eyes, back at the start of the season, in 11th at the moment. We'll see how that changes, of course. Into 8th will probably be somebody like Valencia. Was my pick. No, Getafe. Goodness gracious me, where are they? They're actually in 12th at the moment, but a win. Just what are they? How many points off of that are they? 8th spot, just 5 points off. It could all change. Yeah, Getafe above Granada. That's the situation. Do I see them climbing up there? I don't think so now. I think it's too far gone. I think Granada have too much quality in the battle of the G's when I'm thinking about this, because they are two similar kind of star teams. Getafe did have European football as well at the start of the season, I believe, and I think, or maybe I got them mixed up. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really remember. It's been a while. So into 14th, I believe that's Valencia, and I think they must be coming up now. That's Villarreal. Villarreal actually having a banging season. Unai Emery, good evening. Sees them into 5th spot. They could also, I would say, usually on any other given season they could probably break into that top 4, but considering Barcelona and Real Madrid are not having the best seasons, it's going to be quite difficult to break into that. And Sevilla probably just above them as well. So you know what, I see them dropping off. I think 5th is probably where they're going to end up. If all honesty, I don't think them dropping off. The only team I think that could get in the way would be Sociedad. I think they're not far away either. I think must be Valencia now, even though they've had a right old nightmare. And I got warned in the comments that Valencia would have a nightmare season, and even some people said they would get relegated. You can't rule that out yet. You cannot even rule that relegation out for Valencia. We shall see in just a second. I think it should pop up. See where they are. Valencia to 6. So was my pick. They're down to 14th. They are what? Just 4 points off the relegation zone at the moment. So they could get sucked into that. Yeah, and it would be a travesty to see them go down at this stage. So it's the Power 5. I've got at least that's not bad with the Power 5. Sociedad's on there. I know where they're in 6th as of recording anyway, or actually made this table up prior to the weekend. So changed a little bit, but 5th place Sociedad, they're in 6th at the moment, so you know what, that's not too far. 3 points off of 5th. They could still change that up as well with the likes of David what's his name, David Silva pulling the strings there these days for Sociedad. They've got a goal scorer as well up top, which the name escapes me on point recording. I can't think of his name. Inaki William, no, it's not down at Bilbao, isn't he? But anyway, they've got goals in there. They've got creativity as well, and of course at one point they were doing quite good at the top of the table. But unfortunately, those days are gone. So into 4th, I believe, will be. I think it was a surprise. No, it is a bit of a surprise. It's not a surprise. If Atletico Madrid, of course, running away with it at the moment, absolutely, and fair play to them as well. I will just wanted somebody else to win, and of course, it's not nailed on yet. But they've got games in hand as of recording. They look very, very good, very composed. They got Luis Suarez, who was upset. He was upset the way he was treated at Barcelona. They let him go. Guess what? Atletico Madrid picked up the goods, and of course they're reaping the benefits for his goals. And of course they're top of the pops. Of course, I did go with a couple of little shockers in my picks. Ultimately, I think I went with Barcelona in 3rd, which we will see shortly. And I think they're actually in 2nd. Yeah, there is Barcelona in 3rd. 2nd at the moment, 40 points on the board. It's not guaranteed that they'll finish 2nd. They could still end up in 3rd, and I'm gonna. We'll keep a close eye on it, of course, as the season progresses. But all is not well over in Barcelona. All is not well, and I think Koeman is, as dream a job as it was, didn't expect to be walking into a shit zone that he's with Messi, and of course the hierarchy and all that kind of stuff going on. So unfortunately for Koeman, it's just not going to be the dream scenario he has. But of course, he can still do very well in the Champions League, of course, and he can still really, if anything, but Barcelona's Barcelona. You've got Messi on the team, you can still pull off a shocker and go the distance and maybe push Madrid all the way. Into 2nd, I went with Sevilla. They're actually in 4th, but only just a couple of points away from going 2nd. So it's not a bad shout. It is bold to think that they'll end up the season in 2nd above the likes of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. I think they'll be bold. Yeah, it might be, but at the time of making the pick, I just watched them rip a new one in the Europa League, looking phenomenal. And of course, I did go with Real Madrid top. But that's one thing I think is pretty much nailed on. There will be a Madrid at the top of the table, but it won't be Real. It'll be Atletico Madrid, of course. But there's 10 points clear at the moment of the chasing 2. It could go either way. That 2nd spot, Sevilla could also be in the discussion as well. So it is pretty tight. But the games in hand, I think, for the teams above, Sevilla will kind of dash their hopes. But anyway, that's what I think at the start of the season. But what am I thinking about for the rest of the season? Well, here we go. We're going to hopefully get a look at the table. Huesca doomed. Elche also going down. Alaves could be going down there with them. That's right. Valladolid, Osasuna, Cadiz will stick around. Valencia will make it up to 13th there. Into the top 10, we have Bilbao into 9th, Betis into 8th, Granada into 7th, Sociedad to 6th. And it's pretty much as you were, really. With, of course, Barcelona dropping down to 3rd, Real Madrid into 2nd, but it'll be Atletico leading the top of the table at the end of the season. So what do you think about that? Be sure to get your own picks in nice and early for that. And, of course, we'll revisit it again, I'm sure, at the end of the season. So be sure to give the video some love, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, of course. Be sure to check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And also be sure to check out Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it. But that's it. Yeah, in my eyes, Atletico Madrid will just keep on keeping on, of course. And yeah, we'll reign top of the pops. But what about you think? What do you think? Will there be something completely different going on out in La Liga? Will there be any surprises left in the tank? And what will happen to Lionel Messi at the end of the season? That, of course, is what we're all waiting for. But until then, I'll see you all soon. Take it easy. Ciao.